Uh, so nice to get to learn about your tummy section, your startup, which was around 10 years ago started, I believe, with
Uh,
your founders.
First of all, thank you so much, Shubham, for having me here. I'm happy to, share our journey with you. So basically, we kind of started Tummy Section 11 years back.
11 years. So sorry
Yes.
for
So yes, so
that.
it was 2009. So basically, that's when we started on 6th of August.
Okay. Okay. So means we have a course in entrepreneurship, that is innovation, creativity, design, and startup. Uh,
Okay.
so in that we do receive a lot of learning related to startups and entrepreneurs basically. And through this session, my main objective will be to learn the mindset of an entrepreneur, how is
Okay.
entrepreneur grown and how he develops himself also.
Okay.
So with your permission, can we start this interview? This
Yes,
introduction?
yes, absolutely. Let's not call it an interview. Let's keep it very
Yeah,
simple. We can, just share our insights with each other.
sure. Thank you,
Yes.
sir. Thank you for your question.
No
Uh,
problem.
so just tell me about yourself, about your child. How was your childhood basically? Were you a
Childhood,
kid guy or more creative, fun, musty guy?
to be honest, I was a very playful kid. I mean, I never thought I am a creative soul. I actually never got to know my creative side till the time, I kind of got into college. So I was very playful, always involved in sports. Uh, I'm not a very studious kind. So, I mean, I was a very backbencher sort of a guy. But yes, overall, it has been a nice, playful, creative journey so far.
So from where did you start your schooling?
I did it from Happy Model School. It's in Janakpuri, West Delhi.
Janakpuri West Delhi.
Yes.
Okay, nice. And when were you born actually?
It was 2nd of October 1988. So a little bit of Mahatma Gandhi trait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, so you told that you were not that good in academics. So you were means balancing your sports and academic, or were you part of any sports curriculum or any co-curricular activities or no?
Uh, Majorly, I was into cricket. I always wanted to play cricket professionally as well, but yes, parents never wanted the same. So that's how the journey kind of shifted towards education more. So, but yes, in terms of keeping the balance, education is something which I would not say I was really bad at, but yes, I was never more inclined putting more time into education. Instead, I always kind of put my time and effort and most of my energy into sports. So that's how most of my childhood has been.
Coincidentally, even I was a cricketer
Oh, nice, nice.
till my class 12th, and I have the same story for you as
Okay. Yes, yes.
uh,
Most of the people who
yeah.
love cricket have the same story these days.
So means you did your schooling from RK Puram, Janakpuri West, right?
No,
Uh,
it's Happy Model School, Janakpuri, West Delhi.
okay. And how was your college days? So were was that the same musty, some same tomboy guy?
So basically, I never got a chance because I was a low scoring student. Though I mean, if I remember, I don't know, it was maybe 67% kind of the marks I got in my 12th. So never had the opportunity to study at any of the DU colleges. But yes, I got myself enrolled into GIMS, Kalkaji branch, the Jagannath Institute, which was affiliated through this Hisar University. So it was more like a private curriculum course, and I enrolled in a mass communication course. So again, wanted to, I mean, be in the creative side because I was not those BBA, MBA type kinds, and I never thought till the time I kind of completed my graduation that I would get into business. It's a long story. Yes, we'll talk about it later on, but till my college days, till my third year, I was not sure I was about to get into business. So it was always a job plan in my mind.
Okay, so you had some family pressure for your job, so you
No, after 12th, family kind of got very easy on us. Like we have two brothers, and both of us kind of got really good flexibility from the family side that we can pick whatever career we want to pick and go ahead with that. So parents were kind of easy on that bit. No
okay.
pressures.
So means do your family had any family business early, or this is you are the first generation to have a business in your family?
Basically, father has always been a businessman, so he's into garments, and my dad runs two shops in Connaught Place, majorly into garments, and it's more like a retail thing. So, but honestly speaking, never learned anything about business
Oh,
in my house, never even gave attention to the business side of life because I was never interested to be into business. It was just, again, playful mind, always being just flowing with the flow, enjoying life. All of a sudden, the business thing came in after the college. But yes, again, till the third year, there were no plans. So, again, never focused on anything knowledgeable that dad used to tell us, anything dad used to tell us about business. Like, I was the most ignorant child. Like, I never used to focus on such elements.
so it's very strange to know, because normally in a business family, and if you have a family business background,
Right.
normally kids are more interested and enthusiastic about to know their family business and work with their family business later. So it's very strange to know, but strange things goes when you.
Yeah, I mean, this was pretty clear from the childhood to me, my brother, in fact, our siblings as well. It's a joint family business. So, कि जो करना है आप लोगों ने खुद करना है, family business में नहीं आना. So that was very clear to all of us. So parents never wanted us to become part of family business. They wanted us to, do something different, something in a different field maybe. So that's why we were never inclined towards. So to your surprise, I mean, one, two, three. We have four siblings. So basically, none of us joined family business. All of us are doing different things in all different sectors.
Okay, okay, nice. And even this is strange that a parent is telling not to go for family business, to have a, what to say, security for it, for the study.
I would call it a life plan. I mean, life
Yeah,
maybe
life plan.
maybe
Yeah.
life has its own plan. So
Mm.
it's just dad gave us the direction. That's it.
Yeah, that's also true. So,
Yes.
after your graduation, when did you graduate with?
So basically, it was 2009 when I graduated.
Okay,
I opted for MBA post that, but it was a distance learning program.
okay,
But when it was the time for first semester exams, I kind of realized that this is not the kind of studies I would want to do further. So that's where the turning point started out. I kind of started out reading a lot of novels, self-help books, and a lot of, I was again moved away from the very standardized, formal education section to kind of, a self-discovery module. It's like identify, and I got this one book which kind of changed my overall process, my thoughts towards life. It was by Robert T. Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad,
Robert.
and yes, so I read that book, and like within a week, everything kind of start to change around my mind. And then that was the time I kind of started out thinking we can, think about the business side also. Abhi tak kabhi socha nahi tha, but let's start thinking. And that's how me along with my two friends started ideating, because we all three read this book at the same point of time in life, and all three got diverted towards the business side.
Okay, so that Chingari came from that book, that motivation
Yes,
from that
you
book.
can say that because I mean, that was pretty, to be honest, the turning point of my life. I mean, I should not be saying this, but yes, after reading that book, I cried at least for half an hour, because I kind of realized deep inside that something is not right, something has to be changed if I want to, because I was always that kid who wants to do something in life, who wants to make it big, and who wants to do something different. But never thought, or never, kind of got the inclination कि ये job में रह के नहीं हो पाएगा. I'll have to become an entrepreneur, see the business side of life, and kind of execute my own plans in my own way so that I can bring something new to what uh, the industry, or the people have never seen. So that's how this all started.
Okay. If you don't mind, can I ask you one more question for
Yeah,
that?
please.
So when you were doing your postgraduate, you told that you were not that interested in your studies, and uh, you thought that the first semester was just like a graduate course. So uh, what means, did you opt out from your post graduation, or you did complete your post graduation?
No, I did not complete it. I mean, I did not even give first semester exams. So when I was studying for first semester exams, that's when I kind of realized कि ये नहीं हो पाएगा. It was not that I did not like to study. It was just I did not want to spend another 2 years of my life studying something which I may not be using. So that's where I thought, and all this started popping into my head. I mean, these seemed to be wrong ideas at that time, but later on, I realized self-help, reading about things, people who have actually done it, reading about the real entrepreneurs is what will teach you the real practical world, not MBA books. I should not be saying this to you, but yes, that's how life is.
Yeah, that's right. So means when you opt out, you may had some pressure from your family as well,
Yes, it was
right?
a pretty tricky decision. In fact, when I took the decision of getting into business and told my parents about it, I mean, my father personally was not very happy because he always thought, once the graduation is done, I'm going to go do a job and start earning something for the family and, kind of starts becoming a support system in the family. But things just didn't turn out that way. After 3 years of graduation, I all of a sudden says, नहीं यार अब कुछ business करना है. So and business भी ऐसे section में करना है which was not at all related to my graduation. So that what shocked my father a lot. But yes, things panned out right with time. थोड़ी नाराजगी, थोड़ा गुस्सा, we had to fight a little. But yes, eventually, if success comes your way, everything comes your way. If the business could have not worked well, अगर वो अच्छा नहीं चलता, things would have been really different. But luckily, things went well.
Nice, nice. It's very risk to take that. Means, especially in an Indian family where you just opt out from your college, and then the Indian parents just pull you back, have that perception of having that, as you told, that life planning. They have their life planning
I would not say specifically Indian parents. This is a same culture across the globe.
globe also.
Though Western countries doesn't give you like the parent side doesn't push you a lot because there's a culture of freedom, sensibility of being independent. But Indian parents specifically feels a little bit of fear that yes, बच्चा गलत ना चला जाए या रास्ता गलत ना ले ले, etc., etc. And that's the kind of thinking push. I mean, pulls them back, and that's where they're most worried. So they always keep guiding and try and guide their children as per their dreams. But
They,
what I have learned and what I have believed is if we leave somebody out there, people learn to figure out how things has to be done. But if we keep hand holding people, if we keep telling them this has to be done, then full potential is never explored.
that's right. Means these thoughts, these lines were being told by my teachers during my school days. Actually,
Okay, okay, nice.
yeah, means it was some similar and replicate the same lines. But yeah, I was in a boarding school, so I
Okay,
was put there alone there.
okay,
Yeah, I can explain the same thing for you right now. So,
nice.
means when one more last question for your that part. So,
Hmm.
from where did you get that motivation to read those books and
To be honest, if you remember, there was a recession all over the globe
yeah,
during
2000,
2008 and 2009.
yeah,
So I was trying to get the job, but I was not able to get the job. So I had a lot of time in hand. Uh, so that's where it kind of I was one day just kind of surfing on the internet, and I got this book ka link somewhere on the internet,
okay,
and I just read the summary and it kind of hooked me. Oh man, this sounds something really different, and that's where I ordered that book right away, and I read it within a week or 10 days, and that's how everything started to change. So it was, I would say, lives. destiny plan, or something was there, and that something just did not wanted me to get into a job. So somebody who has been a job mindset person throughout his college days, that he was preparing to be in the job, all of a sudden doesn't like to get into a job just because of one book. So that really made a lot of impact on me.
It is great, great, nice, especially nice to hear that one book changes one person's line of life, I would
Yeah,
say.
and in fact, one line can change one person's
Life.
lifeline. But yes, depends where you get the most affected. Could be a book, could be a line, could be your parent, could be your teacher. Anybody could be the guiding factor. So that was one book which actually turned me into an avid reader. So now I read a lot. Most of my learnings, my aspirations, my growth plans are all associated, and all learning come from books. So somebody who just dropped out of education
Yeah,
thinking कि education काम की नहीं है is kind of
reading.
reading a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like
Yeah.
once doesn't used to be a good in academics, used to get a 60-80%, and now starts reading a lot of books. Yeah,
It's all like कि आपको life में वो kick कहाँ से मिलती है, I would say, like from where you get that motivation. And I think books is the best source of motivation. It keeps you alive all the time.
right. Right. I believe after this conversation, even I'll start reading some of the book.
You should. I mean, see, everybody can't be a good reader, but
Yeah.
yes, you can always give it a try. You can start with one book. If you really like that, it will tell you you can be a reader or you cannot. But never give up. Keep hustling.
I will try. Sure, I will try. Uh,
I
so,
would love to know the name of the book you have picked as your first book.
huh? Yeah. No, I have read before a book. I am still reading one book. I believe The Seven Habits of Personal Effectiveness by Stephen
Okay,
Arora.
okay. Stephen, go ahead. Yeah, nice. That's a good
But
one.
that I bought around 3 years ago, and I'm still reading it.
Then buy another one. Buy like a very thin
Uh,
book, maybe 100 pages, 150 pages. Try
I'm
and
reading
finish that.
that. So in between,
Because
uh,
basically the biggest learning I have got is success brings success. So if you're successful reading one book, you will be motivated to read another one. But agar pehle mein, it's just like business. So if you open up a venture, if you fail in that, you may not open up another, or you may take a lot of time, just like you're taking to read this book. But
mm,
if you are succeeded in the first one,
mm,
you're kind of very motivated to do another one, try your hands on other ventures. So success brings success. It's like पैसे से पैसा बनता है, जैसे बोलते हैं, बचपन से सुना होगा. So success से ही success बनती है. So but yes, failure is also very important, but failure को खुद नहीं चुनना, failure आपको अपने आप चुनता है to teach you the right lessons.
yeah, sure. I did read before one book, The Go Giver by Bob Murg, I believe. Uh, so I didn't read the whole book, means last 5 or 10 pages, but I did read the whole all five that philanthropic lessons that it had. But it was a nice book. I do remember it.
Nice, nice.
So as you told that you had just dropped out from the college and you were planning to do a job, but you read that book to change your life. So you had no work experience before or any
Nothing,
internship or nothing.
nothing.
Had no work experience, just went to the work.
Uh, Work experience में formally तो कुछ नहीं था, but yes, I remember when I was in fourth standard. Fourth,
Okay.
yes, when I was in fourth standard, me along with my elder brother, who was in fifth standard at that time, we
Mm,
kind of collected all our toys. Our dad used to get us very unique toys, which no kids have during that time. So we collected all our toys one day, and took like a charpai out and put a bed sheet on it, put all the toys on it, and started selling
telling
to
it.
our friends and started making profits. And to be honest, it was like the magical 2 days of our life. Like that business was up for only 2 days. After 2 days, it went shut off. So basically, उसमें में profit होने लगा. We kind of at the age of 9, I knew all the wholesale shops around my
Oh, yeah.
nearby areas. So But yes, dad got to, because we used to do it chup chup ke, dad got to know about it. Ki aisa kar rahe hain. We got our dose from him and we had to shut it down. And all the Pepsis, soyas, chips we bought to sell, we had to eventually eat it. So we had to shut that business
All your
down.
inventory got
Yes,
means
yes, consumed by us only.
yeah. So I mean, but you would have got fun to do all those things. Even
Yes,
that
it
too,
was good. I
it
mean,
was
we
a
never
big
thought about money at that time, but
yeah,
again, it was a different
to
feeling. It
sell.
was good fun, because the moment we started that, because we were very popular. I mean, both the brothers were very popular from the toys point of view. कि इनके पास बहुत अलग-अलग खिलौने होते हैं. From where do they get this? And the moment we kind of put them on sale, oh man, every friend of ours got crazy. I want to buy this one. I want to buy this one. And we used to make like 5 रुपए की चीज we used to sell at 50 rupees at that time. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Uh, बहुत amazing time of 2 days. It was, so that was my actual work experience. If I talk about, otherwise, I've just done internships throughout my college time. Otherwise, no other work experience I had.
Okay. I mean, I'm still wondering about that those 2 days about your ninth. It's nice to hear. I mean, so as I told you, didn't have any of your work experience, so
Hmm.
uh, you would have waited for the economic slowdown to go away, or maybe you would have worked for your own family business at that time. Why did you choose to have your own business, be an entrepreneur?
Family business was never an option, as told before, because dad never wanted it. Dad said, "Tu call center mein job kar le. I am fine with it, but I don't want you to come to family business. Do something on your own in a different sector." So that was something he was very clear about. So family business was like out of the scope. And waiting about the slowdown to kind of go, but I don't know. It was the itch, the jitter, the kick, which just got in. And ऐसा नहीं था कि the day I decided and we kind of launched. It took us 6 months to get on the feet, to actually do uh, the execution of our plans, and kind of put the show in the market. Otherwise, उससे पहले it was all in the mind. It was all in the research phase.
Okay, all in your mind at that time.
Yes, yes. We used to think a lot. We used to kind of think about the product, what we'll serve, how we're gonna start, how we're gonna look. And again, it's a very interesting story. But yes.
By the way, I have consumed your shawarma and
Oh,
the
nice.
momos.
Oh, nice, nice.
I,
Which outlet?
huh?
Which
So,
outlet?
I believe it was means home delivery, not out.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
in Gurugram at that time.
Okay. Okay. You
So
might have ordered from Sushant Lok outlet.
yeah, I don't know actually, but it was
Uh,
nice. I did remember with the shawarma. I have eaten for the first time that.
okay. And Prashant got it for you, or?
Yeah, Prashant Bihar got for me.
Okay. Okay. Nice,
And
nice.
the three sauces, you can green, white, and that red one. So it was
Right.
nice. It did fill my tummy at that point. I was filling.
That's what we try to satisfy our addictions.
Yeah, right. So so how was your business started? You had three members. You had three team members. I remember it.
Yes, we are three
So
partners. So I am Nikhil Arora, my other one of the siblings, Pankaj Arora, and one of our childhood friends, Yash Suri. So we all three started a very chotu kiosk, like a very small kiosk with just one dish in our menu back in 2009.
okay, you started very small at that moment. So
Yes, yes, like a roadside
yeah,
stall, you can say we started off.
okay, amazing. Uh, so how, didn't your parents give any drawback, or didn't they have any, what do you say, told like नहीं बेटा ये मत कर कुछ और कर or
My
something?
dad was really angry. When he knew we are doing this, he was really
Yeah,
angry.
you started very
Because
small also that you told.
Yes, because to be honest, that was not the kind of setup any parent would want their child to
Yeah,
start with after a formal education of 3 years, after spending a lot of money on the education.
yeah,
No parent would want that. But yes, that was the gut feeling. That was the strong edge we had. कि शुरू तो छोटे से ही करना पड़ेगा. I would say, because there was no money to be invested. It was just we started off with the investment of 90,000 rupees in total. So we three of us put 30,000 each, and that's how it all started. And I am not sure how my other two partners got it, but I had to play a story at my house and get those 30,000 from dad only to get the business started. So basically, if I would have told him that this is the plan, he would have never given us the money. Uh, so I had to tell him I'm opening up a coaching institute. I'm going to teach children. I'm going to do this. And for this is what I need this much money. With some, bashing from him, a lot of, cross questioning, etc., etc. He kind of shared 30,000 rupees and he said, okay, go give it a shot. And on the day of opening, he got to know that I have not opened up the coaching institute. I've opened up this food joint, which is a very roadside scene. He got really angry. He was, I mean, really angry. But the best part was our business kind of shooted up from day one. I mean, we touched our break even on day one. So we started off at 7:30 in the evening, and by 9:30, all our stuff was out. So that was really nice. And we did the sales of 2,300 rupees on day one, which was a pretty good amount
Okay.
for
It
us
is good.
because we were selling like shawarma for 30 rupees at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So, so
And what was your age that time?
my age, I was 21.
21. Similar to my age, maybe 1 or 2 years older than me. But it's nice.
See,
Means you're smart.
I would again say age should never be tagged with the ventures, because I've seen this in the startup culture. Oh, dekho wo kitna chota, he has done this. Oh, you should never attach a number, age with any business segment, because see, ideas again said by Dhirubhai Ambani is nobody's monopoly. So it can come to you at any point of time, at any age. So आप ऐसा नहीं कह सकते कि मैं बूढ़ा हो गया तो अब मैं बिजनेस नहीं करूंगा या मैं एंटरप्रेन्योर नहीं करूंगा. It should never be done that way. But yes, when you're young, you have a different zeal, you have a different kind of attitude towards work.
Yeah, I mean your line is something similar to like people say that पढ़ाई उम्र देख करके नहीं करनी चाहिए.
बिल्कुल, इनफैक्ट कुछ भी उम्र देख के नहीं करना चाहिए.
करना चाहिए. Yeah.
इसीलिए वो कहावत बहुत मशहूर है, एज इज जस्ट अ नंबर. बट वो लोग सिर्फ फिटनेस के लिए यूज करते हैं, दूसरे
Yeah,
सेक्शंस के लिए यूज नहीं करते.
and that's also right. That's true. Uh, so was there any reluctance with your team member to start that? It means every team member would have any other ideas also. If you had some idea about restaurant, they may have some other idea. I believe.
So I am personally being the idea generator in the team. So it was me who used to. So we had no office, of course. So there was no. So one of my cousin Pankaj Arora, who's partner in Tummy section, या तो उनका terrace, या we have a park near our home. And that these were the two places we used to discuss all our business ideas. Like शाम को 8 बजे से लेके रात को 12 बजे 1 बजे तक we used to keep discussing. So there were a lot of ideas went from in and out. We discussed about this, that. After a lot of ideas, we kind of thought, yeah, let's do something in food. I think this will be something we never thought. In fact, food never crossed any of our minds before. It was Pankaj who suggested कि food में कुछ करते हैं. First we thought of let's open up like a simple shop with burgers, sandwiches and all. But then again, the creative spark did not let us do that. It kind of pushed us to keep exploring the ideas and what we can bring to the market, which market has never tasted before. And that's where the idea of Indianized form of shawarmas. So we were the first one in West Delhi to introduce shawarmas, and that was the sparking point for us, because it gave the spark to the business. People saw something which they never saw before. People used to call mayonnaise, I mean, a lot of West Delhiites did not even know what mayonnaise is. So
Mhm.
they used to tell us like, "वो white cream de do." So there's a sauce called tahina which we serve with shawarmas.
Mhm.
Again, people had no clue what tahina is. People used to call, "वो lassi de do, वो dahi de do." So
Okay.
so that was something that really gave us the boost, something different which got into the market. It was not just the customers, all the restaurant owners from the nearby areas, chefs from their kitchens started turning up to our places to try our product. What is this? How does this different thing came into the market, and the USP was 30 rupees, the price part.
Price part.
Yes, it
As you
just
told in earlier also that your motive was not about earning profit, I believe, at that moment.
no, we calculated
That,
food cost and everything at that. Yash, one of the partners, is the brainchild behind the entire maths going behind the business, the entire finance scenes. He's the current CFO of the company, and he looks after all the money matters. So he was the one who kind of worked around. Though me and Pankaj were very pushy कि इसको 25 का बेचते हैं, क्यों 30 का बेच रहा है, महंगा हो जाएगा. But he pushed and said कि नहीं, 30 is the right price, keeping the profits in mind, and that's how the journey started.
it is nice. Means you started. Your story is something similar to rags to riches.
I would not say rags to riches.
Yeah,
We call
you
ourselves the
start from
best
all.
souls. It's just we were lucky enough to get the right product in our hands at the right time, what the market needed, and that's genuinely makes all the difference in any of the business ideas. आपके पास किस टाइम पे क्या आइडिया है, that is what makes and breaks a startup. Execution, a lot of people can do, but getting the right idea at the right time in the right market is what the market actually needs.
Okay. Yeah. So, when you had launched your business, before launching actually, so did you prepare any business model, or
Nothing.
were you just go to
No.
the market, analyze, see the market
Yes,
reaction?
I mean there was no business plan, there was no formal like a on paper plan, but yes, it was there in our heads what the market is like, who's selling what at what price, what will be the acceptance of our product, what is the USPs of our product, and what other people are not doing, etc. So a lot went into that's what it took us 6 months to kind of put the show. Basically, we started trying out a lot of different recipes, and we did a lot of hit and trials. So we were failing a lot in terms of getting the right balanced taste, which would appeal to the Indian market or the West Delhi market specifically at that time. What we were focusing on. So I mean, after a lot of failures, we kind of eventually succeeded. And few of my family members, my elder brother and other, were the key players in kind of, getting us to that stage of after doing a lot of eating trials with us and
Mhm.
then getting us the final product.
Okay. So, I mean, you did your market research and sampling and everything before launching it.
Yes, yes, absolutely. It is very important. You just can't blindly, go with your gut feeling, ki, yeah, I have the parachute and I'm going to jump. No,
Uh-huh.
you still should know how to open up the parachute, or if parachute doesn't work right in the air, what to do. So सारे areas को आपको evaluate करना is very important, but you just can't go with your gut feeling. Preparation has to be the backup plan to follow with your gut feeling.
So from the time of your launching your startup,
Mm-hmm.
you would have imagined that, as you told that first we'll just cover our West Delhi market, then maybe North Delhi, and you would have imagined at the starting that we will cover the whole India and be the market.
Uh, to be honest, at that point, it was like a dream. मतलब, we
Uh,
never thought this will run well. We just never thought कि पहले दिन पे we'll do good sales, and it just did not stop. I mean, it kept on increasing, and within 3 to 4 months, we were the talk of the town. Not just West Delhi, we were talk of the town. People from across the Delhi started coming to us just because we had a very different taste and a different product to offer.
mm,
Plus, we personally were handling all aspects of the business at that time. Uh, I used to be the backup kind of. So we made our process very simplified from day one. कि हमें outlet level पे यानी कि wherever we gonna set up our bay, वहाँ पे जाके बहुत ज़्यादा cooking ना करनी हो. So I was the one who was doing all the cooking, and this Yash was the one who used to handle the cash part. The other partner Pankaj again used to handle customers. Sometime helps in the cooking whenever I'm tired. So it was three of us putting in a lot of hard work, but पता नहीं लगता था वो 4-5 घंटे कहाँ चले जाते थे. We used to start at 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, not morning, evening. 6 o'clock in the evening and wrap it up by 11:30 at night. So वो बहुत ही अमेजिंग टाइम था लाइफ का इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि वो कहते हैं ना जो आपको पसंद है आपको वो करना चाहिए and you will never know where the time is lying. So that was the kind of feeling we all were living in that time. So within 3-4 months we became talk of the town. Sales got boosted up, we got achieved good numbers, and side by side from the fourth month onwards we started building our restaurant, first cafe
Okay.
within that area only. So
Okay.
so
So
after six
before,
months of the original launch we kind
yeah.
of launched our first cafe. So
Okay.
it was a great market turner, a head turner. Nobody saw that kind of cafe during that time in that locality, not Delhi, but yes, in that locality. So it was a good push to all of us. But yes, all journeys are not as easy as they sound. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of hard work, a lot of back and forth, failures again in deciding what to do, how to do, what menu to pick, etc., etc. So it was a long journey, but yes, good one, worth remembering.
Were you trained chef or you had started cooking at the time you
Thanks
got
to
hired?
YouTube. No cooking experience. It was YouTube and help from some of industry friends. That's it.
At the
Nothing else.
year of 2009, you started surfing on YouTube and learning from YouTube. I mean,
YouTube has always been a source of inspiration for us. Always.
okay, okay, nice. And all your founders also started cooking at that moment only.
To be honest, it was not by choice. I mean, we had no other choice. So we did not want to raise our expenses by hiring more people
Nice.
because break even tough ho jata. And once we started to know sales is picking up, customer is getting affected because a lot of demand and supply is becoming slow. So that's where we kind of started hiring people, and we kind of hired people. And two people we hired at that time are still working with us after 11
Okay,
years. So
okay. They are also a good founder relation, good relationship with the business.
yes. I mean, people are the real soul of any business. It's not the founder, it's the team who brings all the hard work which is needed is done by the team. Founder enjoys the limelight. Founders also work hard, but yes, nobody is able to achieve anything without their teams. So hats off to all the teams.
Nice, nice. Good founder, good leader, I would say. Uh, so as you told that you did your BA, I believe, in
Mass
graduation,
communication.
mass communication. So mass communication is totally different from business, and for
Yes.
business you do need some skills, managerial skills, some accounting, operations, finance, and everything. And marketing,
I was always a marketing kind of a guy. I had this natural instinct towards marketing, branding, design, promotions. So this was me who was handling the showmanship of the business. Then Yash, my other partner, he
yeah,
is somebody who used to look at the entire finance team. And Pankaj is somebody who was keeping a tight hold on all the operations. So again, we had no employees, but we were three, so we were able to handle like three departments individually. कि आप operations भी देख लो, logistics भी देख लो, मैं marketing भी देख लूंगा, promotions भी देख लूंगा, branding भी देख लूंगा, designs भी देख लूंगा, and that's how it all kind of gelled up and things took off because we were growing at a very fast pace for our first year because something which we never expected a lot of we used to sell around 1000 shawarmas every day within those 4 hours. So that
one,
was yes, so that was like a huge number which
yeah,
we never expected. And this also got a lot of attention from a negative point of view. A lot of nearby restaurateurs did not like this because we were eating up the sales of a lot of people, not intentionally, but yes, product was good, service was good because we were personally being owners, standing at the counters, doing the cooking, handling customers. So the attention we used to give to people, that was one missing point from the entire industry, specifically West Delhi में. रेस्टोरेंट्स का सीन बहुत ही ऑफ रहता था बिकॉज मी बीइंग एन एविड फूडी बहुत खाते रहते थे हम बचपन से इधर उधर सब जगह. तो हमने ये हमेशा नोटिस किया था कि जो हैंडलिंग है ना, कस्टमर हैंडलिंग इज नॉट वेरी गुड इन वेस्ट दिल्ली स्पेसिफिकली. साउथ दिल्ली वाज प्रीटी गुड फ्रॉम डे वन जब भी हम लोग साउथ दिल्ली जैसे विजिट करते थे, बट वेस्ट दिल्ली में वी यूज्ड टू फेस दिस. सो वी काइंड ऑफ यूज दिस uh, kind of a, I'm not sure, do I call it was intentional or it was by nature. It just came in the favor of customer and people used to like
Okay.
us.
Okay. So
So
all
it
the
was not just the food, it was three of us as well. So we were very popular. So in terms of individual personalities in that area, because सब लोग ये सोचते थे कौन है तीन बच्चे आए हैं and all of a sudden things are kind of changing है market में there was no cafe so we were the first one to build the cafe and I don't know उसके बाद से मार्केट का फेज ही चेंज हो गया ढाबाज स्टार्टेड
yeah.
रीवैम्पिंग देमसेल्व्स मिठाई वाला स्टार्टेड रीवैम्पिंग देमसेल्व्स कि थोड़ा गेम अप करना पड़ेगा दैट काइंड ऑफ अ फीलिंग केम इन द मार्केट एंड दैट काइंड ऑफ गिव अस द बूस्ट जस्ट होल्ड ऑन यस
Yeah. No problem.
हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल यस
So it's tummy section a QSR or a normal dining
We have mixed models. So we have five outlets, and one is under construction right now, but stopped due to lockdown.
COVID?
So yes, so three are takeaways and three are dine-ins. If I combine the under construction one.
Okay. So and you started also like a takeaway or dining? You had a
When we started the roadside scene, like a Chotu kiosk, it was a takeaway. But when we moved to a cafe scene, yes, it was like a 24-seater cafe, like a Chotu cafe, but good enough for the locality.
okay, and you provide both veg and non-veg
Yes.
dining.
So we
Okay.
serve so it's more, our menu is completely fusion menu. So anything we pick up from the world, maybe American, maybe Malaysian, maybe Chinese, Indian, Mughlai, etc., etc., and we just turn it and twist it and give it our kind of touch, the tummy section touch, I would say, and that's what make it really different. So we feel really proud, though over the span of 11 years, a lot of competitors have come, but our quality is still very superior in terms of overall preparations. Uh, and the best feeling that we get is all the competitors that we see are the clone identity of our menu. It's like
Okay.
complete same menus. Like people just copy the same menu with same menu designs. And I mean, with of course, as the growth started happening, we started taking trademarks, copyrights, and other things very seriously, and we kind of started handling such situations.
Okay. So did you started have any feeling about that your computer can be McD or at that time there was no Burger King, but yeah, McD, Pizza Hut, or
McDonald's was never a competitor. McDonald's was an inspiration. And we still talk about McDonald's as an
yeah.
inspiration because you cannot compete with McDonald's. They are world leaders. I mean, we were just local. So we used to take inspiration. I went on, uh, I think it was in the second month of our operations, I joined KFC. So I used to skip the evening time from our joint and I joined KFC just to learn the trade because none of us was from the food industry. None of us knew how this food industry worked. So I went there and I studied everything. I mean, and that's where the books of food industry came in. So I kind of bought a lot of food industry books, what all forms, technologies,
Mm-hmm.
etc., etc. So KFC में जाके my main focus was not to do the work they used to tell me, but I used to kind of छुप छुप के अपना ही सब कुछ जो मुझे पढ़ना है. So they have their SOPs and everything, which they kind of used to train all the employees कि how the operations work. So that's where I wanted to understand how such a big corporation manages their show by owner not being there. And that's where I learned the power of standardizations, SOPs, operations को थोड़ा systemize और automate करना. And yes, we have it. It took us a little time to achieve all that, but yes, eventually we are happily at that stage where all our operations are kind of backed up by good training systems.
Okay. So you joined KFC. Just what role did you had in KFC?
It was just a crew member, like
Do you remember
doing
who used to
yeah, yeah,
work for
kabhi
the
cashier, kabhi
assembly line?
brooming. So it
Acha.
was like a crew member. So
Okay. Okay, and
Focus was
from there you
learning.
just
So
had your
I
learning
mean,
from.
yes, yes. I worked there for like 12 days and I moved out because अपने काम से दूर रहना was very difficult. But 12 days were enough for me to read everything about it, read everything. So I did not used to sleep 1-2 घंटे से ज़्यादा उन दिनों में. मतलब जो हो सकता था, I used to kind of grasp, and that kind of held us in, giving it a little, because प्रॉब्लम क्या थी ना, हम लोग स्लो हो नहीं सकते थे बिकॉज बिजनेस तेजी से बढ़ रहा था, अपना बढ़ रहा था, हम नहीं बढ़ा रहे थे. इट वाज बाय द ग्रेस ऑफ गॉड, थिंग्स वर गोइंग इन द राइट डायरेक्शन, एंड वी हैड नो टाइम टू स्टॉप और थिंक और टू पॉज कि यार अभी क्या करें या क्या ना करें. सो we had to be really quick. So all of us were learning our own skills, enhancing our own skills. And at the age of 21, uh, I think it was August again on our first anniversary. Uh, Yes, HT featured me as a young entrepreneur, and there was at
Okay.
that point I started feeling, अरे यार ये तो सपना पूरा हो गया, life में ये हो गया वो हो गया. Every startup, because that was something which came out really organically, and one of the friends suggested my name to one of the reporters who was looking for a startup to do a food story, and that's how we came in picture. And that one article gave us so much push in the market. कि उससे a lot of people get to know about the food, and from there on, a lot of ideas started to pop in our heads that if we start taking the branding of our business more seriously, I think it will give us more push when we go to other locations. And that's how the overall marketing things, I still handle the overall marketing scenes at the organization from the brainstorming point of view. But yes, there's a team who execute all the plans now.
Okay. So, what exactly was your branding strategy at that moment?
uh, First strategy we all three had was to make our customers really happy, because there's no better marketing than a word of mouth marketing. I mean, if somebody talks about your brand and gets you another customer, there's because I mean, for the first 5 years, if I'm not wrong, we did not spend even a single penny on our marketing.
Okay.
Not even a single penny. It was all organic. It was just with the flow. People were kind of enjoying it. We were new, and the best part was it was not just the shawarma. We kept revamping our menu and kept introducing so many different items in our menu, like crumbly burgers, crunchies, a lot of things which were never tasted by even Delhi heights. मतलब दिल्ली में भी कोई नहीं देता था ऐसी चीजें, and that what kind of gave us the boost. इससे और काफी लोग हमारे आउटलेट की तरफ अट्रैक्ट होने लगे. And then there was this phase started to pop up, the food bloggers, foodies. The Zomato scene came in
Yeah.
where they used to tell connoisseurs a lot of things, and that's where we got a little attention from the foodie community, and people started visiting us and started to talk about us. People who are really big now, like Karandu of Dil Se Foodie, Bhuka Sand, etc., etc., many people to name, वो तब स्टार्टअप्स थे, मतलब अपने टाइम में they
Yeah.
started up and they covered us, and it gave us so much of boost. So again, it was all organic, and then of course with time, because again MBA भी छोड़ दी थी, मास कम्युनिकेशन की थी, एक पार्टनर मेडिकल बैकग्राउंड से था, एक
Uh,
पार्टनर मेडिकल के ही किसी बैकग्राउंड में जॉब कर रहा था. सो नोबडी वाज फ्रॉम द फूड एंड हैड नो क्लू. बट यस, अगेन you have to keep learning, keep innovating, and keep pushing yourself if you want to grow in business, because marketing doesn't care who you are, how educated you are. You will get outdated if you don't update yourself.
okay. Okay. So, you told that there were some Bukhasan and all those startups at that moment. So,
Hmm.
how was your analysis done? Like, how did you point out that this should be my USP? And it was in 2009. At that moment, there was not a good, what you say, internet age in India, or more
Hmm.
digital age at that moment. And you tried to
Uh,
pick all the cuisines from
No,
all over.
digital age was there. I think 1999 it was Naukri.com and it was launched. So I think from there on the the internet thing started to pick up in India, and by 2009, internet was
Yeah.
pretty good. Though I personally was very very bad with internet scene at that time, but
Uh,
today personally I hold a very good command of computers, internets, and in terms of automating the entire backend processes and a lot of things. But yes, learning has to be done at the right time. If you don't learn, I mean, if you don't grow, it's just as simple as that. अगर हम फॉर एग्जांपल 2009 में कुछ शुरू कर रहे हैं और हम कहें हम लर्निंग 2015 में शुरू करेंगे, तो आप 2015 तक ग्रो भी नहीं करोगे. You will just do whatever you know. It's like very limited circle of your knowledge. So you have to keep expanding your circle. You have to keep expanding your business.
okay. Okay. Nice. And uh, you did your first means you had your first job after the first 6 months of launching, right?
Yes, yes.
And for the first 5 years, you only focused on customer service in the customer
We still
advocacy.
focus very hard on customer service, but yes, in terms of marketing, we never used to focus a lot because
Okay.
again, happy customer is the best customer. I mean, it was it was the biggest learning for us, and we still believe it because if customers are not happy, no matter how good you look on internet, we don't want to become a startup or a company who looks very flashy on the internet, but when the customer comes, they don't enjoy the same experience. We don't want to be that. So we want to be somebody जो दिखता है वही मिलता है. It is as simple as that. We want to keep
Yeah.
it very simple.
Yeah. So there will be some time that customers will be reluctant to your product or something like that, right? At the starting, or they would have provided some ideas like in restaurants it happens now that
हाँ, लोग आते थे,
table
ये
बनाओ,
लाओ,
वो
वो
बनाओ.
लाओ. हाँ, बिल्कुल.
Yeah.
People used to tell because after us, but our product was see, we used to enjoy monopoly. At least for first 1.5 year, we had the monopoly. So
Okay.
कभी ये चैलेंज ही नहीं होता था कि लोग कुछ और खाएंगे या कहीं और चले जाएंगे. We just had to make sure anybody who's coming to us gets the same kind of shawarma. That's it, and we still focus it. Up 2009 mein, I mean, we have a lot of customer base who still comes to us from 2009. And if you go online and see our reviews,
Yeah.
people still tell it that jaisa 2009 mein tha, it is still the same. And that is what we feel is the biggest achievement for us with the help of standardization and those 12 days of working at KFC.
No, it is nice because some people say like, for example of McD, they have introduced a lot of products. They have got some burgers from French.
South India,
French.
no, Lord,
Yeah.
even McDonald's has started selling fried, like KFC style burgers.
Yeah. KFC did try burgers. Yeah, veg burgers. Yeah,
Right. So
which was not the USP.
India is a very different market. I mean, you can't predict Indian market. No matter how good you are with your workings, this market keeps changing with every competitor popping up. Because आप तब तक market leader हो जब तक आपके साथ कोई compete नहीं कर रहा. The moment there's a competitor in the market, customer goes off if you're not good with your service, your product. And over the last 11 years, I've also learned that ये बहुत गलत थ्योरी एक फैलाई जाती है किसी भी बिजनेस में या कि कस्टमर लॉयल नहीं होता, कस्टमर तो
Yeah.
किसी का नहीं होता, यहाँ भी चला जाता. बट व्हाट आई हैव लर्नड पर्सनली इज कस्टमर एक्चुअली इंडियन कस्टमर, आई वुड स्पेसिफिकली से, नॉट द वेस्टर्न कस्टमर बट इंडियन कस्टमर इज योर्स अगर आप उनको सर्व करना जानते हो.
Okay.
इफ यू डोंट नो हाउ टू सर्व एंड ट्रीट और ग्रीट योर कस्टमर्स, कस्टमर किसी का नहीं होता. बट इफ यू नो हाउ टू विन द हार्ट्स ऑफ योर कस्टमर्स, वो आपको छोड़ के कभी भी किसी और के पास नहीं जाता. दैट्स व्हाट आई हैव लर्नड इन माय 11 years of working.
So if you don't mind, means because right now in today's time, a lot of students start having this startup. Even my college has a lot of startups which have their own cafe shop. So and even they talk about a lot of customer service. They do have a good, I won't say not a bad customer service, but they do have a good customer service. So
Hmm.
what is that ideology behind that customer service and that operations that the tummy section has that USP towards the customer service?
First USP is of course the product line. Second USP, what we have got feedback from the market is the pricing structure we follow. And
Okay.
the third USP, we have always felt that is the consistent control over the quality in terms of we don't feel like a lot of up and down in the product line because most of our process these days is uh, assembly kind of a process.
Nice.
We don't do
Yeah.
cooking at the outlet level.
Uh-huh.
So these three things kind of helped us to keep ourselves up. Uh, I mean, when we talk about Jail Road, our first store, आज की date में if we do the math, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 10 to 12 more shawarma guys around us. And our shawarma cost at 65 rupees, and pura market, the other 11 players, 12 players sells it at 50 rupees. But still we are the strongest dominating shawarma player in the area. And that is just because of the quality. That's it. So this is where you get to know कि customer हमेशा price centric नहीं होता कि जहाँ discount मिलेगा. We never offer discounts from our side, but yes, aggregators like Swiggy, Zomato sometimes offers discounts on our brand from their own side, but we as a brand try not to uh, get the discount centric customer to our database. We always try and get people who genuinely adores our quality and kind of or have heard about us from someone else. So that's what we focus on. Just give me a little break, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I was going to ask for that. If you mind, if you don't mind, you can take even 5 or 10 minutes. We can start again.
No, we'll have to again do this maybe tomorrow because 10 minute में दूसरा call
Not
शुरू है.
not an issue for
आप
that.
पूछो जल्दी से all questions so that we can kind of
It will be nice if we do it tomorrow because it
cool.
would end up in 10 minutes.
हाँ आप भी थक जाओगे.
Yeah.
नो वरीज कल एक बार दोबारा टाइम लाइन अप करते हैं अप्रोक्सीमेटली सेम टाइम के आसपास ही करेंगे 3-4 बजे. ठीक है. थैंक्स अ लॉट. टेक केयर. बाय.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks. Bye. Take care.
बाय.
Take care. Bye. Your starting phase of your business, tummy section. Yeah. So moving on from there, if I'll ask you, means when did you start or when did you think of that we need to start scaling up the business? You have around 4 to 5 right now.
We have
When,
5 outlets. One is under fit out, so under
yeah.
construction, which will go live by 25th of this month.
And I heard also you are going for franchisee business also.
Yes, we're already doing. We launched our master franchise plan yesterday only. So we'll be taking up investors from out of Delhi as well now.
Okay. So when did you come up with the idea that now, yeah, it's time to scale up the venture?
Idea was from the day of its inception. I mean, we never planned it to be a one-stop shop. We always
Not
planned.
idea in the sense that when did you realize that now we need to increase, we need to expand? It's
See, I think the day we expanded into our first outlet from like a small kiosk, and that was the day we realized we can actually make this thing a little big, though it took us a little time to go through the lot of learning we had to do on our way. So for another outlet, we opened up in 2012, which unfortunately didn't work out well. It was live for maybe 1.5, 2 years, but it was not giving us as much profit as expected. It was kind of touching break even only. So we had to shut that place down, rework on a lot of things, and kind of change the business model internally. And then once we were done with that, post 2015 back again, from there on we have been expanding.
so if I go more detail into your business model,
Hmm.
so what was the changes that you made after getting that failure on that?
When we talk about the changes, specific focus was on building the trainings, building the automation, building standardization around product line, the processes. So a lot of SOPs were missing. So we kind of drafted a lot of SOPs on each and every area of the business. We still, kind of go back and forth and rewrite a lot of new stuff. It's just we keep improvising every day now and then. But yes, we adopted a lot of technological advancements within the business. A lot of manual work was, discarded, and we kind of started away with a lot of technical improvements, operations, and of course hiring good people who can kind of, because initially we were the only 3 people along with one more person who would kind of handling a lot of multi-department show. But post that, we kind of started understanding that thoda sa, we all need to specialize and focus on individual things and go ahead. And that's where, you know, things started to shape up better for us.
Okay, uh, from the last session, I did a bit of research on your business. At meantime, and research on you, you were giving some lectures in YouTube also to on workload management and everything.
Right.
And so, and in business point of view,
Hmm.
uh, if we see from the inception stage of a business till now, you told that earlier they were not much of good service quality given by restaurant owners, but in today's digital age, there are a lot of shawarma wallas in your
Right.
area. And yeah, so while doing research on your industry, I got to know there were around 110 some restaurants who were providing shawarmas, and
Right.
some very costly, some are premium. They provide premium. So how are you managing your uh, what to say markets capacity? How are you able to grab that market still now with that such a low cost, not a low cost, but yeah, affordable cost shawarmas?
So basically, our ideology was very simple from day one. We followed McDonald's principle, keeping it little low for Indian market and attracting a lot of masses to, you know, consume your product. It's like you can make a profit of 100 rupees on one thing, or you make a profit of 10 rupees and attract, you know, 1,000 customers. So it's one and the same principle. It's just our focus went that way. So most of the menu items we kind of planned were around this principle only, ki offer sasta to Indians. Of course, cheap and best is what we aim for, so like good quality and, you know, attractive pricing. And that's what made us kind of very popular in our circuit. A lot of people were not able to you know, manage within this costing. They were not making as much money as a venture, but because of a lot of, you know, reworking on our systems internally, and a lot of working on controlling food costs, keeping a you know, strong check on the accounts department, wastages, variances. So I think we were able to control a lot of things, and that what worked really well for us. So currently we sell our shawarma at rupees 65. Though we started at 30 rupees 12 years back, so now we kind of sell it at 65.
So means is there any threat that you feel from startups coming to your market and taking a pie of your market share or something? Because there are a
Uh,
lot of while researching, I saw that there are startups like Kennedy's or Shawarma Wala, some are uh, a Lebanese Point.
hmm.
Yeah, so
So
they
many,
all
I
are.
mean, I can name 15, 20 on my own. So there are many people. So, but I think, see, it is very easy to copy a business model, but the most difficult part is coping up with the other person's growth. So if one business is copying another and the other one is constantly innovating around its product line, its marketing strategies, brand positioning, placement of the brand in the market, and a lot of other factors, of course, which plays hand in hand with each other. So if one brand keeps doing that and the other brand is just focusing on the product, nothing else, I think the other one's going to be left out with a very stagnant market, very limited share of the market. So that's what we are aiming to become shawarma, serving shawarma leaders within the industry within next, like, yes, I mean, to keep it simplified, let's keep it shawarma, but yes, we call it shawaryo. That's our USP. But when we talk about the dish, we would want to take the market share to the maximum capacity in our hold within next 1.5 2 years, and we are on a good way to do that. So we are very hopeful things will go in the right direction.
Are you planning organic expansion or inorganic?
We keep a mix of both, so no specifics. I mean, majorly it is organic, but yes, again, if that doesn't give you expected results, you have to keep improvising your plans and keep trying new different things and methods. It's not like it's a proven formula ki aise aise karoge to you'll get successful. No, you have to keep trying. You have to see what works, because one thing may work in one market, the same thing may not work in the other market. So you have to understand West Delhi is pretty different, South Delhi is different, and when you go to Gurgaon, it's completely different. So you have to understand the locality, culture of people, spending habits, what's the average amount a person spends in that market. A lot of things goes into research, and by God's grace, post 2015, whatever outlets we opened have given us good results.
So yeah, you would have something planned or made some strategy. You told that every outlet, every location is having some different market perception towards your brand. And so, what were your strategies when you went for expansion?
It was pretty simple. Keep your customer happy, and everything follows. It is very simple. You don't need to think about a lot of things. First, the like the biggest priority of any entrepreneur, any business owner, or any service industry people should be focus on your customer, the end user. If your end user is happy, all the dots in between will automatically connect. Because if you keep working hard on your marketing and you're not able to cater your customers well, no point spending big budgets on your marketing. So I think it's like, I call it working backwards. So first, keep your customers, like your end user, happy, and then follow all the parts in between. Just don't work कि हम पहले marketing करेंगे, we will get the customer into business and then we will think about happiness. No, first think every possible thing on the planet you can do to make your customer happy, keep him glued to the business, and I think rest everything follows. It's very simple. ये सुनने में theoretically it sounds very difficult to get a customer. No, it is not. I will be very honest. पैसा कमाना सबसे आसान काम है इस दुनिया में, और एक कस्टमर को खुश रखना भी सबसे आसान काम है, if you work intentionally towards it. कोई मैजिक फॉर्मूला नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है. It's just like keeping your parents happy. If you keep doing what your parents are not expecting out of you, they will never be happy. But if you just simply follow a simple process कि इससे मेरे mom dad खुश रहते हैं and I have to follow that, they'll be happy. Just apply that same formula, figure out after, of course, a thorough research of, tracking a lot of things, ki these 5-10 things keeps my customers happy. If you just simply follow those 5-10 things, you don't have to work on a lot of things. आपको बहुत दिमाग भी लगाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. That organic growth is going to give you like a 10x results on its own.
I mean, it's nice. When you told that पैसा कमाना बहुत ही आसान है and something else, Prashant Bhaiya once told me that about you only, that you are some serial entrepreneur. Like you read Kindles or audiobooks while driving also, like that.
Right. I do
I was
that
a bit
quite a lot.
amazed. I was a bit amazed. How can a person means managing 4 to 5 startups and then take his time and read and manage everything?
I think if you learn one thing every day by any way, मतलब चाहे आप मेहनत करो ना करो, but बहुत ही simply रोज एक नई चीज सीखो, by the end of the year you will be a completely transformed person. But yes, I try to keep myself a little managed. Ki first 2 months I'm going to focus on learning marketing things. Next 2 months I'm going to focus on coming up with better communication skills, etc., etc. So whenever I start learning something new, I first understand, is it really necessary at this point? Because देखो, सीखने को बहुत कुछ है, हम सब कुछ हमेशा सीख सकते हैं, but you have to be little focused. Let's talk about it from a business point of view. कि अगर मेरे business में मैं एक चीज notice कर रहा हूँ that my delivery model is not going good, right? बाकी सब अच्छा चल रहा है, डिलीवरी मॉडल में कुछ गड़बड़ है, और मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ मार्केटिंग के बारे में, लर्निंग कर रहा हूँ मार्केटिंग में, so no point. So if you see there is this problem in your business, first pick that problem, learn about it, read the books, listen to people who are already successfully doing those things, and just simply apply those principles. And within 1-2 months you'll see the difference. So आपको इतना haywire नहीं होना कि ये भी कर लें वो भी कर लें. Just be a little focused, empty your mind, don't get distractions. कि ये भी सीख लेते हैं. Just focus. Whatever the problem you're facing, focus on that, fix it, and then move to the next problem instead of handling like 100 problems at a time. You'll never be able to solve it. So बहुत simple process है. So whenever I like drive, I try and listen to interviews of people, podcast, or maybe YouTube audio versions of a lot of things which I feel can help me improve in that particular segment of my life. Could be business, could be personal life, could be sleeping habits, could be anything to anything. So
I mean, nice. We keep one thing, we start doing one thing and then continue for doing 100.
yes, you can of course start with that, but I am at a stage of my life right now, by God's grace, that I can learn 5-10 things simultaneously now. But yes, it takes time to train your mind to do that, because it is not difficult. See, Einstein भी इसी दुनिया में पैदा हुए थे. So I mean, I would not say कि कुछ भी मुश्किल है, but yes, you have to make it a habit for your body, you have to make it a habit for your mind, and then it happens. कोई भी नया काम करोगे तो थोड़ा टाइम आपको मुश्किल लगेगा, and that is when 99% of people go back. nahi yaar, this is not happening. But I mean, if you just keep pushing yourself, you will do that and just relate that thing to your life. अब बचपन में सीधा नहीं खड़े हो गए थे, you had to fall many times, but वो बचपन था तो इसलिए याद नहीं रहता. You kind of enjoyed it. गिरना उठना, साइकिल चलाना, पहली बार बाइक या टू व्हीलर चलाना, कार चलाना, anything, or maybe speaking few words of English language because it's a secondary language in India. So it took you a little effort to do everything. But अगर हम उस टाइम गिव अप करते तो शायद आज हम वैसे नहीं होते. So again, you don't have to give up, just keep trying. I mean, basic problem what I have seen with people is sorry if I'm going off track, but I think this is really important for a lot of people to understand. The basic problem what I have noticed by seeing a lot of different people is that लोग बहुत जल्दी डर जाते हैं, बहुत जल्दी घबरा जाते हैं, और या तो अगर वो डर नहीं रहे, घबरा नहीं रहे, तो वो बहुत ज्यादा एफर्ट लगा रहे हैं. यानी कि लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ जिम. वो जिम जाके इतना ताकत लगाते हैं, मतलब वो जिम जाने को भी एक प्रोजेक्ट बना देते हैं. कल सुबह उठना है, जिम जाना है. डू वी रियली थिंक कि मुझे कल सुबह उठ के सांस लेनी है, या मुझे कल सुबह उठ के नहाना है, या कल सुबह उठ के ब्रश करना है? वी डोंट. सो वो हमारी लाइफस्टाइल का पार्ट है चीजें, इसीलिए वी डोंट थिंक इट दैट वे. सो द मोमेंट वी स्टार्ट building everything as a lifestyle instead of a project, you will enjoy it. Very simple. So अगर आपको सुबह जिम जाना है, you don't think रात को कि मुझे सुबह जिम जाना है. You just keep it very natural. सुबह उठना है, जिम जाना है, that's it. I mean, that's part of your life. अब सांस लेना तो नहीं छोड़ सकते ना. So it is very simple. I don't think there's much of a rocket science involved in here. But yes, people complicate it by overthinking. Nothing much. I'll give you a very simple example from my other business, which is Ideaz. So we see a lot of brides जो शादी को एक project की तरह देखते हैं. I have to get this, I have to get my bridal entry like this, I have to get my decor like this, and they keep thinking all that throughout, and they enjoy all the fun which they had to do at their wedding. So while getting ready, while getting their makeup done, they're still worried. I have to get entered on this song. अच्छा वो decorator ने वो वाला काम किया नहीं किया? Is the arrangements done on time? But they are not being in the moment and enjoying that very moment of getting ready as a bride. So this is what matters the most. Do what you're doing, focus on it, do it, then move on to the other tasks. Like one step at a time, simple. आप सीधा पहाड़ को देखोगे तो सब कुछ ही खतरनाक लगेगा. But just keep walking, and you'll reach there.
Your words are something like when I used to play cricket, coach used to say हार जीत होती रहती है, enjoy करो game को, वो कुछ मायने तुम cricketer बनो नहीं बनो, बस just enjoy it.
That's
honestly,
the key
when
message.
I used to play like that, if I used to enjoy, I used to perform more. And when I used to take pressure, and I mean, our performance used to go down.
A lot of people have made a habit of punishing themselves. कि नहीं मैं अपने आप को हार्ड वर्क करवाऊंगा तो ही सक्सेसफुल होऊंगा, या मैं ज्यादा मेहनत करूंगा तो ही मैं कामयाब होऊंगा, या फिर इफ आई विल कीप डूइंग दिस कंटिन्यूअसली तो ही मेरा बिजनेस चलेगा. नो, इट डजंट वर्क दैट वे. सेम अप्लाइज ऑन क्रिकेट. इफ आई गेट आउट ऑन जीरो, इफ आई एम अंडरस्कोर्ड इन दिस मैच, people curse themselves, oh I'm not a good cricketer, and they go to the negative side of life instead of just finish it off, let it go, and focus on the other match, and let's score well in that one instead. So people go the backward direction, and I think wo thoda sa. So one bad day can lead up to 5 bad days. It is a very simple theory, but one good day can lead to a very good life. So it's up to you which one to choose.
Right. So let's come to the topic back.
Yes.
Means when so as an entrepreneur, if I'll ask you, what is the role, or what you should do, or the activities you should do while scaling up your venture, or while starting the venture, what should you advise an entrepreneur like that?
One word: be in control. Be in control.
Be in control.
That's it. Just rewind all the words which I just said before that, focusing on one thing. So be in control and just look one thing at a time, and I think you will succeed. You don't have to, again, pahad ke example, so you don't have to see the entire business as one. आप पूरा business देखोगे तो शायद जिंदगी लग जाएगी आपको उसको simplify करने में. You will never be able to do it. But if you see one department at a time, and then one task at a time within that department, over the period of time, you will be able to, kind of streamline your entire business processes. But आप पूरा देखोगे तो you're going to get overwhelmed and you will not reach anywhere. I mean, you'll keep cursing your team players, you'll cursing your partners, you'll be cursing yourself. यार कुछ नहीं होता है, there's too much of work, and you'll end up mismanaging all your life, not your business life, of course, your personal life as well, because you'll go back to home with that same stress of office. So instead of looking at the entire business in one go, look at one. देखो, आप कभी भी कोई बिजनेस शुरू करते हो, आपको सब कुछ सेटअप करते करते फिर भी 2-3 साल लग जाते हैं, साल भी लग सकता है, 6 महीने भी लग सकता है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन हाउ गुड यू आर, एफिशिएंट यू आर. आपको तब भी उतना ही टाइम लगना है. आप वन बाय वन करोगे चीजों को सॉर्ट, तब भी उतना ही टाइम लगेगा. सो इट्स बेटर यू ऑर्गेनाइज एंड प्लान एंड देन गो, रादर देन जस्ट रैंडमली जंपिंग ऑफ द क्लिफ विदाउट इवन टेकिंग अ पैराशूट. सो नो पॉइंट.
Right. So you are in means QSR industry. So is there any market forces like any law, legal? Because I didn't research a lot on legal part of the industry, but how does market forces affect your business? Means every business market forces do affect your business, but to what extent it affects your business?
Depends, but we are very fortunate when we talk about food industry specifically, because most of the government policies structures come in favor of food industry, because it's a very economic benefit industry. Because if we talk about the recent scenario of COVID times, it was the industry which was considered as an essential service, which was again, given as a bandwidth of operating at those extra hours. So not just these COVID times, but overall from the last 10-11 years, I've seen most of the benefits that comes out, or maybe any policies coming out from government are in favor of food industry. I've never came across a policy which was affecting the food industry. Never. Though I feel a lot of policies, associations needs to be built in India, just like the Western countries, but still a long way to go for India. I think it's going to take a little time to do that.
Okay, yeah, I mean, have any problems fared up or increased over the years due to some circumstances or some mistakes that you would have done?
To be honest, mistakes are part of life. Mistakes are part of every business. So we can't say we did any mistake. Actually, I personally never take anything as a mistake. I take it as a learning. Okay, it just didn't work out the way I expected. So I might have not done it the way it should have been done. So I always go backward and retry it. So we keep trying it until we feel succeeded. Ki haan, ho gaya sahi se, just the way we wanted. Again, giving up should never be an option. आप give up ये भी कर सकते थे कि यार बिजनेस ही क्यों करना है. So I mean, you took that plunge and you took an effort and started your business. So आपने इसलिए तो नहीं शुरू किया था that you will keep quitting at every small error or mistake you will be doing along the way. But yes, every business owner, it's not just us, every business owner, I feel, goes through this journey of doing mistakes and learning out of those. And that's what makes every entrepreneur unique and every business unique, because everyone has a different way of learning from the same mistake. Let's take an example. If you are an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur, you are bad at time management, I am also bad at time management. Now it is up to us how we deal with it. Either we can kind of give up, अरे नहीं होता यार, छोड़ना. So people can say नहीं, मैं एक कर लूं business, यही बहुत है. And then there are people, I still got time, I can do one more business. So so it's up to you how you actually deal with it and do things and kind of move ahead with them. Nothing much.
It is related to perception of people, how they perceive a problem, or
yes, you can say that way, but yes, many more factors goes into it, because we are not same human. Every day we wake up, we are a different person every day. I mean, not every year, every day we are a different human, because every day we go through different experiences.
So you told that अगर मैं business नहीं करता तो अब ले लिया, अब क्या करें, अब we have to continue, right? So it's more in your personal side of you. If you would have got a chance to do something else, what would you have done?
I don't know. I might have started a place where I could take care of dogs and just keep them happy. That's it. That's what I could think of.
You loved dogs so much, huh?
Yeah. I think another
Okay.
version of God.
Okay. Uh, so yeah. So what, according to you, or as an entrepreneur, or as a personal point of view, what according to you is a growth, a meaning of a growth?
Uh, the day you start realizing you're growing internally, that defines the real meaning of growth. Because the moment you start learning within you that what needs to be done, the external world change on its own. You can't change external things and then change yourself internally. This is one of my biggest learning of reading so many books, that a lot of people actually believe what is visible to them, कि सामने दिखेगा तो यकीन होगा. But as an entrepreneur, you have to visualize it. You have to have a vision कि this is where we want to take it, and then work towards it. Instead of कि हाँ देखो, business खोलते हैं तो पहले दिन से कामयाब नहीं होते. Growth तो पहले दिमाग में ही जन्म लेती है, उसके बाद actual में लेती है. So that's what I would say. If it is happening inside your mind, that is happening internally. So it should not only happen in your mind, it should happen within your body, within your heart, within every habit you live on day-to-day basis. The moment you start seeing difference in your day-to-day lifestyle of the way you work, the way you take your work, the way you consume your work, or the way you actually deliver your work, I think it's very simple to analyze that. Just keep a track of your work habits. Personal habits is something different, but yes, keep a track of your work habits when you're working. I have a very simple habit. मैं एक घंटे में फोन 5 मिनट से ज्यादा नहीं चलाता. इट इज वेरी सिंपल. आई डोंट रिप्लाई टू रैंडम व्हाट्सएप्स. आई डोंट रिप्लाई टू रैंडम फोन कॉल्स. फोन नहीं, फोन बज रहा है तो बजने दो. आई विल गिव देम अ कॉल बैक लेटर ऑन, but I don't want to get distracted while I'm into my work. And that is the only reason I have felt कि वो कम टाइम में ज्यादा काम कैसे हो जाता है. Because बहुत डिस्ट्रैक्शन है आजकल आसपास, बहुत. So it is our job to keep ourselves in control. So this is again a very small example of growth. This is one of the toughest habit in today's world to adopt, कि phone side में रख दो. So if you can do that, you have grown in a way. So it is not just कि आप growth को business का growth के नाम से दो, या monetary growth का नाम दो, कि मैंने पिछले साल इतना profit किया था and इस साल we are touching this much turnover or profit. It should not define your growth. It should define how your processes have grown internally, how your team members have grown, how your culture has grown within the organization. So if you see growth from all those point of view, end of the day, your money factor will go up. Don't focus on money factor and kind of ignoring other areas. Focus on all the other areas. Money factor will automatically go. So it's like enjoying, fixing up all the bad things in the business, and automatically, good things will start coming your way. So I think that's my funda of simple growth, efficient planning.
The example that you gave, that about the phone thing, to
Hmm.
keep your phone aside, I believe for youth like me, it's very difficult to adapt to, but uh, it's not impossible to do it.
It initially it was very difficult. अभी भी कभी कभी होता है बीच में phone कभी कभी उठा लेते हैं. And the first thing I do is I always keep my phone ulta. I never see the notifications coming. So I keep my phone most of the time on silent or vibration mode. So ringtone सुने हुए तो जमाना हो गया. So I keep it upside down so that I don't see the notifications, because the moment your eye goes on the phone, you're distracted. I have like very small blockers on my phone. Matlab, after 3 minutes of usage of Facebook, it automatically gets blocked. So instead of watching faltu content
Yeah.
scrolling, ठीक है, अगर देख भी रहे हो तो that comes as a reminder, go back to your work, leave all this. So small hacks, small tools to keep you organized and focused. Because देखो हम सब human beings हैं, हमें कभी कभी enjoyment भी चाहिए, but we need to know when is that time of enjoyment. So it is very simple. हाँ ठीक है, 5 से 7 अगर शाम को सिर्फ enjoy करना है, काम करना ही नहीं है, तो just enjoy. अब उस टाइम पे भी अगर आप काम के बारे में सोच रहे हो, then you're not even working, you're not even enjoying, you're stuck in both the worlds. So when you're working, just work, and when you're enjoying, just enjoy. No work. Simple.
You will
And
try. Even I'll try that funda
you
about
should,
keeping
you
that
should,
block. Yeah.
you should. A lot of applications. Just आपको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है लाइफ में, जस्ट सर्च अराउंड दैट ऑन प्ले स्टोर. यू विल फाइंड अ टूल, यू विल फाइंड एन ऐप, एंड कंट्रोल योर हैबिट्स. दैट्स इट. बट डोंट ओवरबर्डन योरसेल्फ कि अब आप एप्स में ही उलझ गए हो, दिस ऐप दैट ऐप. सो अल्टीमेटली यू आर अगेन बैक टू द फोन लाइफ. सो the way, I mean, the reason why pehle ke log were like way more, productive. I would not say successful, productive, because pehle distractions nahi hoti thi. Abhi distractions bahut zyada hai.
It may be because of means technology coming through and involvement of technology a lot over the years.
Yeah. You just need to work on your habits. I'm not saying कि ये सबके लिए काम करता है. I'm not saying कि सब एक जैसा schedule follow करो. It's just you need to know where that full stop is. If you don't know where your full stop is, you need to find it and put it there. Otherwise, there's no end to it. आप पूरा दिन भी फोन चला सकते हो, पूरा दिन काम भी कर सकते हो without even calling your parents or family members. So किसी चीज का कोई end नहीं है. You need to know where that full stop is. That's it. So I'll give you a very simple example. I wake up at 4 a.m. every morning, but I don't touch my phone before 10 a.m. So first 6 hours, no phone at all. So after 10 a.m., I use my phone. Post 6, again my phone kinds of go in a very mellow form, or like after 8 o'clock, again no phone usage. So most of the people I work with, most of the people kind of who are surrounded, they know itne time ही available है. So most of the important things are done throughout the day. तो वो रात को urgency वाले matter बचते नहीं है कि रात को फोन करना है 11:30 बजे. So
if I ask you, at what time do you sleep then?
9:30 I sleep.
9:30. Normal time. You get around 8 hours of sleep like that.
Yes, 7 to 8 hours I try and keep up that balance. 7 से 8 घंटे बहुत होते.
But getting wake up early at 4 o'clock, initially it may be tough, because when I used to play cricket, I used to get wake up at 6 o'clock, and I know how it's tough.
Everything that is coming out of your mouth is a thought you're generating in your head. अगर आप कहोगे हाँ ये 4 बजे उठना मुश्किल है, तो you're building that thought in your mind, तो वो फिर आपको वही reality लगेगी लाइफ में. कहोगे ठीक है 4 बजे उठ जाएंगे. अब रात को आप 12 बजे सो चाहे 1 बजे सो, अगर आप ये सोच के सोओगे यार बस 3 ही घंटे हैं सोने के लिए, सुबह 4 बजे उठना है, तो आप कभी नहीं उठ पाओगे. उठ भी जाओगे तो you'll keep cursing your alarm clock and you'll sleep again. So instead, take it as a positive thing. I got 3 hours to sleep, man. I'm gonna wake up at 4 again. Yeah, enjoy it. So you'll never feel. So हर चीज को आप burden भी बना सकते हो, और हर चीज को आप kind of a blessing भी ले सकते हो. It's up to you. Again, thoughts.
Yeah, how positive it's. How to take that, what you say, a challenge or that situation in a positive way, or that
Right.
generating a
And
positive vibe
all
out of
these
that.
things may sound very general to you, may sound very ये तो हर किताब में लिखा होता है, but these are the basic principles which are driving your entire life. And I say entire life, आपका business, आपकी personal life, हर चीज. अगर ये छोटे छोटे principles आप work life में भी apply करोगे, तो you will become successful way more quicker than 99% of people जो ये सब नहीं करते. People who don't have blockers on their phone, or people who keep seeing phone every, आपने एक ईमेल का एक लाइन लिखा है and you see a WhatsApp message, और तुमको यार पहले पढ़ लो, then you come back. So it's like your एनालिटिकल माइंड से आप क्रिएटिव साइड पे गए, फिर आप लॉजिकल थिंक, मतलब माइंड में एक फ्रेम में ही नहीं हुआ, फिर माइंड इज जम्बलिंग इन बिटवीन, तो कहाँ से काम हुआ, हो ही नहीं सकता.
Nice. So let's go back to your business point of view.
Yes,
Have you
last
ever
5 minutes. Let's be quick, okay? We'll not
have you
go
got
here
any
and there.
financing from any investors or venture capitalists for your venture?
Not at the moment. We are a bootstrapped company, and we have a plan to be that company for next 3 years at least. After that, once we reach a stage when we feel yes, we need to expand it to a way more bigger heights, then we might explore the option of this. Otherwise, currently no plans. No plans. Our prime focus is to be bootstrapped for most of the time as we can.
So last 3 questions, I won't take it. What is your perspective towards innovation, creativity, and risk taking for an entrepreneur, as an entrepreneur?
Be fearless. That's it. You have to be fearless. That's it. Because most of the I personally feel every human being on this planet has all these 3 capabilities which you just mentioned. Innovative things, being creative, and bringing new changes, taking up a new perspective towards something. ये सबके पास by default, by birth, by born है. But 99.99% are fearful of making mistakes, are fearful of being creative because they can't accept the failure out of it. So We all are human beings. We all are unique people. We all have different ideas, different theories. If I give you the entire model of tummy section as it is and explain you this is how my business runs, you still will run it your own way, and you will still will apply your own ideas. You will not copy paste my entire theory. You will still change it because that is your creativity. But now, till what level you change it, till what level you be creative and be, is all based on one word: fear, nothing else. That's it. I don't think I can summarize it way more better. You don't have to be
No.
surrounded by fear. You have to, but yes, of course, you have to calculate till what level you need to. ऐसा नहीं करना कभी भी कि आप बस वन गो में सारा जोर लगा दो. Just take slow burns. Don't go for like आज जिम जाके मैं 100 किलो उठा दूंगा. No, you don't do that. 100 किलो पे आप धीरे धीरे पहुंचते हो. Like you take 5 and you go to 10 and 15. That's how you gradually grow. So instead of building big plans right away, learn to achieve smaller goals first. आप साल का गोल कभी मत बनाओ. I've seen a lot of people making new year resolutions. इस साल मैं ये कर दूंगा, इस साल वो कर दूंगा. They don't even say मैं कल क्या करूंगा या मैं आज क्या करूंगा. No plan at all. तो कहाँ से साल भर का गोल पूरा होगा ना. So again, you can apply that backward working principle कि आप साल का goal define करो, but break it that into months, weeks, and days, and even hours. Then you will be easily able to. Then once you have done all that breaking up part, you don't need to see the साल का goal. दोबारा वो किताब खोलनी नहीं जहाँ वो साल का goal लिखा था. कभी नहीं खोलनी. और इवेंचुअली आप अगर डेली गोल्स वाली किताब खोलोगे, एक साल बाद आप अपनी साल की किताब खोलना, आपका साल का टारगेट अचीव हो चुका होगा विदाउट यू इवन नोइंग और विदाउट इवन रियलाइजिंग कि आपने कोई हार्डवर्क किया है. इट वुड जस्ट look like a day-to-day activity. It's like turning your bigger goals into your daily to-do list, and your task is achieved. Very simple formula and very effective.
You have told, I mean, a bit of our first module or the first lesson of our course,
Okay.
which is that imagination is a natural skill that we receive from birth. So
Right.
yeah. So my last question for our interview, for our session, that what were your biggest failure in your startup journey, and what mantra will you love to give to youngsters like me?
I feel my personal biggest regret or mistake, I would say, in last 12 years of business operation were initially without doing the due diligence of the realistic picture of the business, that what needs to be done at what stage. We straight away jumped to 10 years after. uh, I'll give you a very simple example to explain this. सब लोग present देखते हैं, and that was my biggest mistake. I was also seeing the present of other businesses that we will become this, and we failed miserably. So people say, oh well, look at that McDonald's, or look at that KFC, man, they have these. McDonald's have 40,000 outlets across the globe, so wow, what amazing interiors, big spaces, let's become like this. And you start focusing on the current situation of the other person. So आपको जो वो पूरा 50 साल की जर्नी मैकडॉनल्ड्स करके आया है, आपने वो पूरे प्रोसेस से गुजरे ही नहीं ना, आपने उस प्रोसेस पे ध्यान दिया. You straight away focusing on what is McDonald's right now, let's be that. So it's called rushing into the moment. Instead of rushing into the moment, if we just be in the moment, I think we all will sail through this. So that's my key mantra: be in the moment and do what is necessary at that moment, and keep a strong tab on your growth plan. Instead, जैसे मैंने पहले बताया, don't see that साल का plan, don't see that 5 साल का plan, just see what is needed to be done today. That's it, and you're done. I mean, you don't have to. So, and this is not only me, I have seen this with a lot of my friends, a lot of other entrepreneurs, even people in job. They do this. I mean, I want to become into like the general manager of this place, I want to become this, and they focus on the general manager का current habits, what general manager is doing. But they don't know वो general manager 5 साल बहुत मेहनत करके बहुत सारी new habits, skills acquire करके वहां तक पहुंचा है. And if you just do that, I think you're sorted. So that's my mantra, that's my mistake, all in a nutshell.
Nice to means to know that mantra, to be on the spot, and to learn one thing at once. So while I told you before also that I was reading that book, Seven Habits of Highly. Even in that, it's like be proactive, which you told that see the problem and see the positivity of the problem, or take the opportunity from that problem. And
Right.
yeah, seek one. Then one more lesson was there that uh, take one thing at once. So I didn't read the whole book, but yeah, I do remember these things.
आपको वैसे दुनिया की हजारों किताबें पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. जस्ट पिक अप गीता, बाइबल, ऑल दीज रिलीजियस बुक्स. इन 4-5 चीजों से ही पूरी दुनिया की किताबें बनी है. इन 4-5 चीजों से ही पूरी दुनिया का ज्ञान बना है. जस्ट रीड दोज थिंग्स and you are sorted with most of the problems you're going to face in life.
Yeah, I will try.
You should. I mean, you don't have to even read it. Just go to YouTube and plug
YouTube,
and play.
yeah.
That's
That
it.
I have done it before also, but I have my intention to read it also once
Make a
again.
second brain of yourself.
Uh,
Don't keep
Thanks. Yeah,
everything in one head. Make a second brain. Restore everything and keep going back and forth once in a while. पूरी किताब दोबारा नहीं पढ़ पाओगे, but from that book, get your best highlights or best key bullet points and store them separately. And ठीक है, once in a while, 6 महीने 7 महीने में just revisit. तो आपको वो सब कुछ याद रहेगा. Otherwise, the moment you read your next book, you're out of the previous book.
that was good. Yeah.
Yes. So
So thank you, sir. Thank you once
no
again for
problem.
coming with me and telling your thoughts about entrepreneurship and your startups, your journey. So thank you once again.
Thanks a lot. Have a good assignment and take
Yeah.
care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.